guys, Samantha from My Tutorials here, and today I'm going to show you how to create Faux Orca Agate. Now, in front of me right now I have got all the colours we're going to be using. Before this part of the tutorial there should have been a little slide that came up with the 3 colour recipes that are required, and that will be these 3 over here. This is the white, the blue and the black, and then I have got normal primo white and normal primo black. I'm just going to pop those to the side, and what we're going to start off with is a skinner blend. So just grab your colours. I'm going to start with the white, and it doesn't really matter how much clay you use. You can multiply the colour recipes up to create more clay if you want. You can even divide them down to use less clay. So manipulate it to the point that you need it. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to form each of the colour recipes into a triangle. I'm also going to do that with the regular colours, all pretty much equally shaped triangles, so that we can create a blend. Okay, and once you've formed them all into blends, we'll then put them together. So I'm going to start with the black, just the pure regular primo black, and I'm going to combine that with the black translucent colour recipe mix that we had. Then I will pop on the blue mix, then the translucent white mix, and then finally the regular white. And now these triangles are actually quite big, if you can see that, so I'm actually going to trim them down. So I'll show you how to do that quickly. If they're a little too big for you, just cut the triangles in half and stack them again. I'll do that with all of them and then form them back into that blend that I showed you. There we go. And that will have shortened it significantly. Then for the end triangles, I'm going to cut off the end piece and I am going to flip it around like so that we form a more rectangular shape on the ends. Then I'm going to pass that through the pasta machine. Okay, and this is my pasta machine. And if you're wondering what these are, I use them as width guides so that the clay doesn't expand further than what I want it to. Because when you roll it through the pasta machine and fold it, when you're creating a blend, it will start to stretch out. And so I like to use just blocks of clay to prevent that from going further than I would like. And you'll just continue running it through, folding and running it through until you get a blend. I have shown in depth how to create a skinner blend before. If you look that up on the channel, there are a couple of videos that show how to do it, from a 2-part blend to a full-on skinner blend, rainbow skinner blend. So if you want to see how to create a blend in more depth, there are videos for that. And I'll just continue running this through like so until I get a nice smooth blend. Okay, and here we are. Got it straight out of the machine, all finished up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a skinner blend plug. All I do is I fold this in half again, just like we have been doing. Okay, and make sure you get the air bubble out. And I will fold it in half again. And then I'm going to run that through the pasta machine again, but I'm going to be going from one end to the other, rolling it the opposite way that we did before so that this whole thing gets stretched out. Okay, and there we go, nice and long. I'll start from the white end. It doesn't really matter, but all you're going to do is you're going to take that and you're going to fold it over. So just show that, there we go. and you're going to be making a Skinner blend plug. And again, I have done detailed tutorials on how to do this, so if you want to see those, just search them up on the channel. But you'll just continue folding like so. The whole way down the length of the blend. Okay, there we go. Then I'm just going to press down on that from all sides, just getting it to a more shapely shape. More of a rectangle really. And also pressing it so all folds are stuck together, making sure that all the air bubbles are gone, things like that. And just continue pressing it down, because what we want to do is we want to flatten this down to the point where it's about that thick, and we're going to be making Mokume Gane out of it, so it needs to be pressed down quite a fair bit. And I'll just show you a bit more of that. Just press down quite thoroughly. There we go. And just continue doing that until you've gotten to the point where it's about 2 millimeters thick. Okay, and here it is. Now I've just trimmed around the edges, and you can see there roughly what the blend looks like. Now, this is the blend that we're going to be using, but if you look at the Orca Agate, which is what we're trying to imitate, there is a lot of black. So I've got another piece of black rolled out on my thickest setting, and I'm going to stack this black side down onto it and then flatten it out till it's the same thickness as my thickest setting. So it's twice as thick as it's going to end up being right now. And the reason for that is when we do the Mokume Gane, I'll want to make sure that we have enough black. And with the amount of black that we had in here, I just didn't think that was going to come out very well. So I'm adding more black to the base. Like so. So we have a much larger proportion of black to the white and blue. I'm going to run it through on the thickest setting of my pasta machine so that it's about 2 millimeters thick. And then we can cut it in half and do 2 Mokume Gane sheets. And there we go. And the white still looks very white, but we've thinned it out, so we're going to guarantee getting enough black when we do this. Okay, and you can see the blend there. Much higher percentage of black to the blend. Okay, and I'm just going to cut this in half. And I'll put one to the side and we'll work with this one for now. Now I do have some smudges on here that I want to take care of. Best way to do that is to just take some isopropyl alcohol, give the surface a light spray, and then just run over the surface quickly, and that will take away the lightest of the smudges. It's not going to take away really deep pieces, it's just going to get rid of the smudges, and that's good because I don't want to shave it off with my blade or anything like that, because it will end up dinging the clay and revealing the pattern before I want it. Okay, now that we've done that, you could do that with the other one right now, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I'll do that when I get to it. For now, I'm going to grab some cornstarch and applying too much of a generous amount. That's fine, I'll use the extra on the other piece. But you want to cover both sides quite generously with this, because it will prevent the clay from sticking in your stamps. Okay, pop that to the side, and I'm also going to grab my stamp and make sure I've dusted that off a little bit. I'm going to be using 2 stamps today, this one and this one. And if you're interested in these, I have them linked in the description below if you want to have a look at them. But just make sure that you have coated everything with cornstarch. Okay, then I'm going to bring over the stamp of choice, at least the one I'm starting out with. Everything I do with this one, I would repeat with the other one. The pattern's just different. I'm going to lay it white side down And then I'll use my fingers to do this because I prefer that. You can also use a roller, but I'm just going to press that clay into the texture, like so. Okay, and that should just about do it. Shouldn't take too long. I'm going to take a little bit more of that isopropyl alcohol ink, or not ink, but just isopropyl alcohol, and I'm going to wipe the back, and that will get rid of the cornstarch so that it is sticky again. The reason I applied cornstarch to the back before was because when I'm pressing it in, I don't want it to stick to my fingers, and so it just makes it easier, and you can just wipe that off while it's still in the stamp, like so. Then just lift that up. It should come out quite cleanly. Okay, and then you do the same with the other one. Okay, and there we have both pieces. Trim around the edges of each. That's personal taste because I find it easier to shave the Mokume Gane when there are no overhanging edges. And remember, these scraps are very nice looking. You can use them in plenty of scrap techniques. I have plenty of those videos on the channel as well. I think I have an entire playlist for that actually. So don't worry about having scraps, you can always use those to create some really nice things, including the backs of pendants as well, that way it would match. But yeah. Okay, we're going to start off with this one. I'm just going to take that and I'll use the tissue from before just to gently pat it down onto the surface. The back should stick to the tile, which is a glazed ceramic tile. That's my work surface, and this just prevents fingerprints. Okay, and I'm just going to zoom in a bit so you can see. Then I'm going to take a nice flexible blade and I'm going to shave this. And it's not sticking to the tile completely, so I will stop at that point and press it down a little more. Maybe start on a different area. Here we go. And I don't want to shave too deep. I want to leave these white areas and keep these little pieces. I've got a piece of paper off to the side there that I can place it on. And then just continue shaving. Go nice and slowly. You're not in a hurry here. And remember, you start off with shallow shaves because you can always go back and take away more. If you go too deep, you can't really fix that. So start off nice and shallow, and then you can go back and take off more. But that's basically what I'm going to continue doing across the whole piece. And then once I'm done with that, I will show you what the other one looks like as well. Okay, and there we go. Now I'm not going to completely remove the white shadowed areas between the dots because that creates a nice transition. I don't want it to just be white on black, I want to reserve those parts. Then I'm going to place a piece of white paper or plain printing paper over the top, and I'm just going to give it a burnish because the whole piece is not flat at the moment. It's got a lot of little divots in it, and this is what's going to smooth it out. So do that until it's completely flat. You can use your roller to do it. If you do choose to use your roller, do not roll back and forth like this. You want to be burnishing like so. But do that until the piece is flat, and then I'm going to show you what the other one looks like when I start shaving it. Okay, and that's how it should look when you're done. Just lift it up off the tile, check that it is completely flat, which it is. Put that to the side and bring it over our other piece. And it's basically the exact same process, there's just a slightly different pattern. The one that I made just now is the more conventional pattern where you have kind of the pebbly shape across the Orca Agate, but I have seen some where you get streaks, so I thought it'd be fun to try out this pattern and see how it looks. So just the same as before. shave nice and shallow across the surface. And I think this one's actually going to come out looking really nice. Just let me get that off the surface, and yes, that actually is going to look quite nice. This one's not going to have as good a little pieces for us to use leftovers, but that pattern actually is really, really nice. But yeah, just continue shaving over the surface like so. Repeat everything I did with the last one, and you should end up with a really nice looking pattern. Okay, and here's how it looks once it's flattened out. I really actually like this effect, it's quite nice, and I think will pave the way to creating other faux stones that I've been thinking about, such as, I believe it's called Picasso stone, but I will have those in the community poll to see which one you guys would like to see. But yeah, those are the two veneers. I'm not going to worry about making cabochons or anything like that today. I've shown that many times, and I just think that this gets the point across quite well. They both look really nice. Let me know what you think in the comments below about how they look. And remember, all the little scrap pieces that we have, such as the pieces that we shaved off from this one, you can use in a bunch of different projects. You could use that as the back of your piece if you're going to be making anything from this. But yeah, if you enjoyed the tutorial, please do let me know in the comments below, and please consider checking out the community channel, as we do vote for the faux stone tutorials that are coming up, and this was one of those, so check that out if you want to vote on the next faux stone that is going to come out. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.